Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your quarterly tarot and oracle reading for the months of October, November, and December, okay? So this is a 3-month reading. First cards out for you is the rainbow and the magic card in reversed. This is your spiritual theme and the lessons, the overall energy that you'll be dealing with this quarter. And rainbow is actually a really good card because it shows that you have been going through a bit of a dark period, a bit of a rough period. You may have been dealing with some health issues, financial losses, relationship problems, in the beginning of 2023, the mid of 2023. And this is a card that's saying things are about to change for the better. Your luck is improving and things are just going to get really, really better for you. However, this card also advises you that it's not like you can just say like, okay, this quarter is going to be good for me. And then you just sit around and jerk off or whatever. Like you actually have to put the effort in to bring about this rainbow energy of everything improving, all areas of your life improving. And the answers that you need, you have to find them. All right. You can't give up right now. It's sort of saying like the dawn is about to break and you're still in this energy of poor circumstances, but Spirit's saying 100% October, November, December, these are your months, Aries. This is where things really change for you. But you already probably know that you can't just sit back and allow this change to happen. You have to make it happen. So you also have the magic card in reverse. Beautiful. She is the spirit of magic. I've talked to her many, many times. Very beautiful spirit guide. And there's a medicine in this card being in reverse. There's something that you need to heal, something you need to realize right now. She has a message for you, and I'm going to read it straight from the book. Have you forgotten that you live in a world that's infused with magic? Perhaps you've become cynical and think that you have to create life all by yourself with no help from others. It's time to remember that your relationship to Source, for you are a part of the story of the world. A living spark of spirit living on earth for this short time as an emissary of light. If you look back over your life, you will find many instances in which your actions alone were not the cause of out-of-the-blue coincidences that led you to that new relationship, job, or other important moment on your journey. So how do you stay in this awareness? The answer is simple. If you can be as a little child and cultivate that wondrous curiosity, you will see magic again and be amazed. Remember, magic is real and it is in everything. So you need to step into that mindset of curiosity in order to gain the maximum benefits of these next 3 months. The animal spirit that's coming out for you to represent this quarter is the otter. Water energy, very emotional, playful, curious. All right, this is that playful, curious spirit. Well, I just wonder what will happen if I do this. Or just frolicking throughout life into a new life adventure, into a new journey, and having that lighthearted, fun sort of spirit. I'm seeing a lot of creation as well in your life, a lot of changes just for the sake of seeing where these changes take you. So the energy feels very lighthearted, and that's the energy you need to be in order to really make the most of this final quarter of 2023. Lighthearted, curious, and making changes with ease, adapting new changes with ease. So we're going to get 9 cards clarified by 9 more cards. The original 9 will be from the Light Seers Tarot, and the clarifying 9 will be from the After Tarot. So first card out for you is the King of Pentacles, clarified by the clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So these are your first cards coming out here. Some of you, this is coming out in a past position, by the way. The first card to me always represents what you're coming from. And I'm seeing you guys are actually coming from stability and security, your comfort zone, really. So these past few months, you may have been making decent money. You may have been in decent health and in a set in stone sort of situation that's very reliable. So your living situation may have been very reliable. Work may have been very reliable. Money coming in reliably. But I just have an intuitive feeling that you're feeling called to shake things up. And this new chapter, you may be worried about your finances because, for example, this could be taking on a new job in which, has a pay cut, or just quitting your job and not necessarily having a backup plan in store just yet, or making a move that may, increase the cost of your living, or taking on a new challenge or a new opportunity that may increase the cost of living. Wow, I forgot to turn my phone off. So we are seeing you coming from actually stability, prosperity, and your comfort zone, but there's just this call, this pull to get you out of that. So let's see. The second card out is the Two of Cups reversed, clarified by the Queen of Swords. Single. Many of you watching are single. If you're in a relationship, this is talking about you getting back in touch with your own independence within that relationship and really soul searching here and asking, what do I want with my life? Some of you may be I don't want to say fantasizing, that's too strong of a word, but thinking like, well, what if like we lived separately? What if we did this? What if we did that? So I'm seeing some sort of alternative relationship dynamics if you are in a relationship. This could even be like coming into an open relationship, or like pondering things like, well, what if we lived separately? What if we had our own separate bedrooms? Something that involves being with someone while still being kind of your own entity here. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There are so many different ways to live your life. If you're single, I see you choosing to remain single for the rest of the year and really cultivating that independence. I'm seeing many of you may actually be moving out, living on your own, kicking out a roommate or something. I don't know, something like that I'm seeing here. Very independent, soul-searching sort of journey here. Third card out is the Four of Cups upright, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the problem that I'm seeing with this is that it feels like there's something missing here. You know, some of you, I really keep coming back to this. Do I live alone, or do I, you know, live with someone else? Do I start dating, or do I stay single? Do I deepen this relationship, or do I keep it casual? It's sort of this question in mind that's coming up here, like how deep do I want to enmesh myself with the people around me? Because it feels like you're trying to cultivate happiness on your own, but it still feels like something is missing, that there's an element here missing. And I do want to say it is natural to have a support system that's close to you. You know, nobody back in the days where we were all indigenous on whatever continent your family comes from, we live in groups and tribes. That is natural for humans. You know, it's natural to want to sleep near someone just in case a predator or something bad were to happen. You know, being alone, you know, loneliness can kill. And so I see here contemplation. Some of you may be moving in with a partner or contemplating that during this quarter here. Or also, like, I just see like you going back and forth in your mind about like what you're gonna do when it comes to relationships and your living situation. Those two areas seem to be very heavily like contemplated at this time. Interesting. All right, second row out, fourth card is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, right after that Nine of Pentacles clarifying card. And this is clarified by the Hierophants. Ooh, some of you guys. Wow, this is really strong. I'm seeing relationship and familial changes taking place during this final quarter. So what does that mean? You know, some of you are thinking about like, who is my support system? Who is my soul family? I'm actually seeing some of you are contemplating whether or not you want to deepen a relationship with someone, take it to the next level, get married. Some of you may be getting married during this quarter, or moving in, or, you know, deciding to have a child, or deciding to stay single and not do any of those things. It's those decisions that are really coming up strongly during this quarter. And if you're like single as a Pringle or really settled in a relationship and you're like, why is this the focus? There may be something unexpected that comes up here that has you thinking about these things. For example, you may be single, totally happy living on your own, but then you meet someone out of the blue, you fall for them, and now they're having you re-question your whole life and how you set it up. Or if you're really settled into a relationship and, you know, I don't know, something may come up. Maybe you guys aren't married, and then some sort of financial or health issue comes up and you're like, you know, this would be really convenient if we were married. And then it has you rethinking everything. Or I don't know, maybe one night you just have a dream that you have a baby. Never wanted a kid a day in your life. You have this dream and you're like, I'm rethinking that now. I don't know. I'm seeing shifts and changes here. It could even go in the reverse. You know, you may be in a long marriage or relationship and, you know, you're just starting to feel like you're craving that independence again. You're craving being on your own again. So I'm seeing some contemplation surrounding who is my family, who are the people closest to me, and how, like, are they my neighbors? Are they close to me? Are they living with me? I feel like at this time, if there's any relationship that means a lot to you that's at a distance, you may be feeling that really hard, okay? You may be feeling kind of homesick for that person or that community. So yeah, and also some of you guys, this totally goes hand in hand with like moving out. Like if you have lived near your family your whole life, you may actually be contemplating like moving to a whole different city, a whole different place, but you're like, well, I got my family there, so I don't know. Or some of your family may be moving in this way. So I don't know, shifts and changes when it comes to location, family, close relationships. Center of your spread is the Devil in reversed, clarified by the Hanged Man in reversed. Wow. All right. I just get like this feeling of lingering is only gonna make things more toxic, or toxic feels like too strong of a word too. Keeping things the way they are, not changing anything currently at the time that you're watching this, like wherever you're at, if you just remain the same, I feel like it will grow to be toxic or stagnant. Like you feel like this change needs to happen in order for your happiness, your growth to really continue. You may be hitting a wall in your growth because of a situation or circumstance you find yourself in. For example, if you are dating someone and you really want this to grow, but you're still living with your mom, you know, there's only so far you can take that relationship before you like move out into your own place. You know what I mean? For some of you, you know, everyone comes from a different culture, everyone's different, but like there's only a certain amount of independence you can really gain, depending on your living situation. Like if you're still living with your family, you're not really independent, okay? If you live with like a partner and you've never lived on your own, there is a certain degree of independence that you may not have had access to, that you may be craving at this time. So I don't know, I'm getting this like soul searching desire for more independence, but also a desire for more family at the same time. It's very contradictory, and a little bit confusing. Also, I want to say the Devil card in reversed with the Hangman here. I feel like some of you, how do I put this? Maybe feeling extra like lusty, I guess you could say, or you may be dealing with a lot of hormonal desires for whoever you're attracted to in life. And I don't know if there is like a blockage in that area that may be resolved during this time. For example, if you're in a long distance relationship, you can't, you know, just touch each other, right? Or if you're super single, you don't got nobody, you know? And I feel like that sort of primal drive and desire is playing into these changes that you're feeling guided to make here. Sixth card out is the Ace of Swords in reversed, clarified by the Chariot. Wow. Yeah, I think you're overthinking. I think you're blocking your own new path. I feel like there is a new opportunity that's trying to come through for you during this quarter. And you have to remember the magic of the universe and take on a playful spirit and a spirit of, I can do this. I can do this if I try, if I set my mind to it, you know, because you're wanting to do something that is out of your comfort zone for sure with the Chariot here. And I feel like your own, like sometimes the way that you talk to yourself or just your overall attitude may be quite like, I don't want to say pessimistic, but maybe a little pessimistic. Like you don't fully believe in your capabilities to really achieve the sort of life that you're looking for here, when in reality, you totally can. I'm also seeing in these cards, some of you may be stopping communication with someone who was not good for you. It could have been a codependent relationship or friendship, and it did not bring happiness, and you're letting that go. And I'm also seeing a shift in mindset where it's like you're not going to keep anyone in your life unless they make you either the same amount of happy or more happy than how you feel when you're alone, you know. And there is certain relationships that, you know, logically speaking, there's nothing wrong with this person, there's nothing bad about this person, but you're just not happy around them. They may trigger some anxieties, they may trigger some feelings of inconsistency within you. They could be a totally good person. You can justify, you know, why they're doing these things that trigger you. But if you're just not happy, why are you staying in that situation? You know, it's something something like that. And you may struggle to cut people out of your life. You may struggle to cease communication with people who, get you into this sort of past codependent feeling that you are healing from. Final row out, 7th card is the Page of Cups, clarified by the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups coming out twice in your reading now. Wow. Page of Cups shows an opportunity to creative and emotional coming forward here. But if we look at the 4 of Cups in the After Tarot, we see someone pouring that opportunity right on the ground. They're not taking it, okay? Oh, you know what's interesting about this? I see 3 cups here, and the 3 of Cups really represents friendship, all right? And that 4th cup, to me, I always view this as like Spirit is saying we could take this relationship to the next level if you want, but we see in the After Tarot, he's just pouring that opportunity out. So there's an emotional opportunity possibly to live with someone or to take on a new creative project, a new life path. But there's a real, I want to say, danger here of someone pouring that opportunity down the drain or saying that they're not interested in it. And with the Page of Cups, I feel like this is you guys doing this to yourself because you don't believe that ambitious things can work out beautifully for you. And even in this Page of Cups, he's daydreaming, but we see here a pig with wings. So it's like that saying, when pigs fly, that would happen. And I feel like it's your own lack of belief that may be blocking you sometimes here. Okay, believe in your dreams more is what I want to say. The 7th card, or 8th card out rather, is the 9 of Wands, clarified by the 8 of Cups reversed. Yeah, there's that clarification of like walking away from someone who was codependent. Okay, and I feel like you're setting a lot of boundaries here. You know what? Some of you may have also been hurt in the past, honestly, and you are fearful now of letting other people into your heart. You may have some trust issues here due to past people walking away or not putting as much effort in. Someone from the past may have been toxic. They may have, like, I don't want to say led you on, but it felt like you poured a lot more love into the situation than was reciprocated in the past. And now you are very fearful of that happening again. So there may be love coming in for a lot of you during this final quarter. Someone is trying to get deeper with you, get more stable, consistent with you, especially with the King of Pentacles here. This could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be. And I just feel like there's a good opportunity here for like someone has like husband or wife potential, okay, is what I want to say. But are you going to be able to release codependent patterns from the past? Are you going to be able to release this fear of being in another unequal relationship? Because I feel like it's those fears that prevent you from truly opening your heart up to new love or a new path. This doesn't even have to be new love coming in. It could be a new love chapter in an old love story. So if you have a long-term relationship, for example, your partner may be saying like, I want to have a baby, or I want to live in this different city, or something like that. This could even be your own heart. This could be you saying, I want to move, or I want to do this. And I feel like you are the one blocking it from happening, or blocking yourself from going on this new journey in life out of fear or trauma from the past. For those of you where this is like a baby that your partner or you want to have, but you keep talking yourself out of it, I feel like that may be rooted again in your past, in past toxic situations. 2 of Cups reversed. You may have a troublesome relationship with your own parents. The Devil represents Capricorn, which is the father of the zodiac. So some of y'all might have daddy issues or, past love issues here that is preventing you from really settling down a bit more. It's funny. You may think that other people in your life have commitment issues. Aries, I think you have commitment issues. Honestly, I am seeing that. And your overall theme here is that we can overcome that this quarter. And there's a new beautiful path of happiness awaiting for you, but you need to open your heart up to it a bit more. So final card out is the 8 of Swords, clarified by the 2 of Swords reversed. Okay, there is some hesitation here on your part when it comes to making a decision. I feel like you're overly in your head. about saying yes or no to this new love, this new path, etc. But Spirit is saying like there's huge potential for more happiness in on this new path here. And I honestly, you are going to make your own decisions, but I honestly think, in my professional tarot reading opinion, that taking this path will be really fun for you. And remember, take on the spirit of the otter, playful, curious, okay? Well, you don't have to commit to it, but I'm curious about this path, let me get to know it better. Or I'm curious about this person, let me get to know them better. Or you know what, I'm not going to say yes or no, let me learn more about this. For example, if your partner wants a baby and you're like, I don't know, you don't have to say yes or no right now, but like maybe get some books on it, read up on parenting. Go follow some parenting accounts on Instagram or TikTok. Like, just immerse yourself in that and see if it's something that you really want. You don't have to make a decision right now. You don't have to make quick moving decisions. But I am seeing your best course of action this final quarter is to keep an open mind and contemplate, the various options that are in front of you, rather than just turning them all down out of fear or out of, this idea that you could never do something so ambitious. Because I do see just happiness is coming in for you this final quarter, but you're hesitating to accept it, honestly. You're hesitating to begin on this new path, say yes to this new path. So do the research if you want to. If this is new love, for example, get to know this person better. You don't have to make a decision right now, but try to build that intimacy and tear these walls down a little bit and heal from the past a bit more, okay? So that is your reading, guys. Thank you for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear how this resonated with you down below. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this final quarter of 2023. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.